Namaste and welcome, January 2015.
Wow, here we are at the opening of this 7-year portal of rising ascension energy on the planet with so much to share with you about. We have some predictions for not only January, but all of 2015 through 2022. Lots of energy, so let's just dive right into it.
Absolutely, and so just to kind of get you in the flow, we have been working through a reminder, a recognition of a reunion with chakra vastu energies. And these energies are not only going on the planet, they're going on within the chakra system of your body. And each month has been a tickle, a stimulation
it has been all of the above.
Of a certain energy. And this is continuing. We've gone through 3 months, November, December, January we're about to tell you about, and when we get to March, then we start a 7-year cycle.
It's the ascension, the escalator at the full moon in March really opens up some big energies for the rest of the year. And as Shri mentioned, it's been building since November 2014. It's been a 5-month opening, November, December, January, February, March. Yet, we're just now coming out of a very intense period. We had, if you didn't learn about November, December, go back and look at our videos for those 2 months, because there's been this 5-week kind of mini overlay, like a trial period almost, of these 5 energies that were overlaid over the monthly energies, and we're just now getting to that energy of stabilization. So let's talk about January, and then we're also going to talk about some predictions we have for all of 2015 and give you an ascension exercise. There's actually a beautiful ascension exercise that you can do. It's very, very simple. We'll demonstrate it for you that can help you prepare, because one of the things, spoiler alert, one of the things that's coming, lots of physical changes, my angels, lots of things that you're probably already feeling. January is the month of fire. Talk about really opening up the year with intense energy.
So November was about earth, December was about water, more emotional. January is 3rd chakra region in the body, which is action, it's fire, it's the ignition. It's also a transition time, because you're moving between a denser, waterier,
that's a word. We'll give
a
it.
denser, more watery experience into more of that ignition, that passion. And lots of things can be happening in January as a result of this energetic support.
This is also, the first 3 chakras of our human form must be stabilized to ignite our divine galactic blueprint, to ignite our ascended energy. And so November, December, and January are very, very powerful to see as a trinity energy and to hold on to. And so as we've really opened up this January portal of fire energy, remember that this is the energy of the East also. So if you look at directions, it's about the East. This is also the direction or the energy of the sun, the rising sun. So lots of things happening. You have the energy of the sun, illumination. You have the energy of the 3rd chakra, balance, power, harmony. Believe it or not, this also affects our ability to see clearly. This is a big month for really seeing clearly and for remembering that you have the empowerment, you have the passion, you have the ability to stand without the need of others. This is about realizing your wholeness in a whole new way, because starting right now in 2015, we are in a whole new world. This is really the energy people thought was coming in 2012. It's happening now.
And the magic word for January and the quality of this year is empowerment. Think about the 3rd chakra for a moment. This is in the center of your body. And in the less ascended context, it's about power. In a more ascended context, it's about empowerment, alignment with your divine mission, alignment with your higher truth, the ability to bring the spirit into the body and take action. That's true empowerment versus domination, competition, and warring, all those things of the old egoic model. So for those who are truly saying yes to this process that we're in of self-ascension, of the lift, these old paradigm energies are transmuting. And that's why it's so important that these lower 3 chakras reach their new balance to support your form, to support your life, so that you can be divine in form, so that you can live from your heart and your beautiful spiritual essence. Because now is the time more than any other time.
You know, it really is. And remember that we are now opening up a 7-year portal. And we have this powerful January. February is going to have this Mercury retrograde, which is very divinely timed. And be sure to pay attention and watch the Ascension Pathway video. The ensoulments that are coming through for this time are extraordinarily powerful. The ensoulment for January, and specifically, is the first of the Ascension Pathway series, and you want to pay attention to this. For the first time ever, the Cosmic Essene Brethren are talking. They're giving dates, they're giving times, they're giving energies. So things have really shifted in a very powerful way. Now, for 2015, let's talk about some of the Ascension energies and predictions we have that are coming forward, and let's give you a very simple practice, an attunement energy that you can do all the time to help navigate this.
Well, I want to let you know that because of the importance of this, you're going to also find a lot more information in print.
Yes.
At our website, shriandkira.com.
And read the article. We're going to be posting this article, which is simply entitled 2015 to 2022, Attuning to Your Ascension Connection. That's an article that you'll find on the homepage. And if you're on our newsletter list, you already got a PDF of this article. But if you're not on our newsletter list, go to shriandkira.com and get on the newsletter list. It's free.
Makes it easy.
We send this out every week. We send out more and more updates. It's all free. And read this article in full. This article is also being published in the January, or it was the predictions issue of Sedona Journal, so it might already be out there. It could have been December. It's either the December or the January. I think it was the January issue of Sedona Journal. And a lot of this information came in through the Blue Starborn. So you can find us. You can find this information. It's out there. Read it. But let's give you some of the highlights right now.
Here's a few bits that are really important for you just to take in. Your heart's involved, you're watching this video. The first thing is what's happening with your eyes.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed this energy or this area of the head?
Many people, if you pause for a moment, you'll notice my eyes have been a little blurry, or there's been a pressure in the head. This is a renewal of the ascension acceleration energy awakening, and this is how the physical body is adjusting to these frequencies.
And you know, you can check in on our YouTube channel at the Ascension Symptoms video. It's still here. It's on the site here. It's already got close to 50,000 people have watched it, because everything in that video still applies, almost more, right now.
However, what's happening in 2015 is this portal, what we would call an ascension portal, has been anchoring in the last several months, and beginning in March, you're going to find that your intuition will be enhanced.
Yeah.
Your ability to see beyond the normal will be enhanced. And I use that word very loosely when I say see beyond the normal. What I am referring to is the rigidity of the belief patterns that limit your perception. That rigidity is softening.
Yeah.
We're beginning to see the truth rather than the projection. Now that capacity means your eyes are going to shift in many ways.
Oh yeah.
And there's a wonderful checklist here in this. I would encourage you to print this out. Go to shriandkira.com and get it. But what's happening is an electrical pulse going on in the body that's affecting the vision, that's affecting the sense of comfort you might have in your head while you're adjusting.
And remember the overlay with this, because in the January energy, even though it's about the third chakra, part of what we learn through this illumination and the sun and this energy of the east that comes in with all of that is that we learn how to see clearly. We learn how to stand on our own 2 feet. We learn how to be more empowered. So this is all very, very powerful right now for navigating no matter what the world of illusion wants to throw your way.
And no matter where you are in your journey, it's important to pause, to breathe, and say, okay, I'm willing to see more.
Yeah.
I'm willing to relax into my ascended beingness more. Because surrender is a choice that we make to relax the ego's need to control. And we're gonna be seeing so this in ourselves and in the outer world. The ego is battling to control our world, and those that are running 100% from their ego are out there trying to dominate the world. Those that are on a spiritual path are wrestling a little bit between the intention to surrender and the need to feel stable.
All the above is true.
And so as your eyes are opening ever more, here's a practice that will assist you.
Ready?
To help these energies move more easily.
All right, so Shree's going to give you the text, so to speak, and I'm going to be the Vanna.
Okay, Kira's going to demo.
I'm going to demo.
So you begin by taking the middle fingers of your hands and hold them up as we are right now.
And you want to have them right in front of your eyes, and you want the eyes, because remember, what we're doing here is we're unifying the two eyes, the third eye, and the star consciousness. So these middle fingers, when they're in front of your eyes, I'm literally intentionalizing staring at the tips of my middle fingers.
And so just look through the fingers, not at them. And notice and sense and begin to trust that there's some golden streams of energy coming out of the tips of the fingers. And gaze through the fingers and then take the middle fingers and bring them in front of the two eyes. So we're kind of lining up the hands, one hand in front of each eye. And once again, allow yourself to feel the golden streams of light that are being received within you, coming from your fingertips. Now, invite these golden streams of light to lift up from your two eyes to your third eye. And you do that by bringing your middle fingers together, as Kira's showing you, taking those golden streams and taking them from the 2 to the 1. Breathe, allow that to be. Experience the golden streams of light in your third eye. Now, continuing to gaze straight ahead, lift your hands up further to lift that energy to your star consciousness, which is this area higher on the forehead. And as you do that, allow the expansion, allow the lift, allow the communion to occur. Feel the connection. And you'll continue to lift your hands up, expand, and connect. And so this process can be done very simply as you stare through your fingertips, connecting the middle fingers, bringing it in, lifting, and expanding.
You know, I need to share, I feel wind kind of going through me right now, that after you do that, what's happening is that this is attuning your field. Those of you that are watching the video probably already saw, those of you that energy says sensitive, notice the energy shift. It attunes you to the energy frequencies. It attunes you to the higher frequencies that are bathing the planet right now. And these are going to keep coming because the next symptom that you could be experiencing with what's going on the planet right now is this blurry vision or wavy vision.
And sometimes, I notice for myself, I can be in the middle of a normal daily activity and all of a sudden there's a waviness, usually in one eye, not both, that's almost like you're looking through some crystalline cellophane.
Which is actually a third symptom. So you could have the blurry symptom. You could also have, and I've had this, where it almost looks like there's a wave of, blurry, almost, but it looks kind of like a silvery color. Kind of weaving through, and sometimes I even see geometric shapes in it, and so that can be happening too. So, you know, don't worry, don't freak out. This is all because your frequencies are getting much higher, and the energy on the planet is coming through at such a frequency right now that it's not going to stop. So this is why you want to attune, you want to breathe, you want to flow.
You don't need to go get new glasses.
Believe me,
just be with this and allow it to finish. And some of you may find that as your eyes are adjusting, you're going to hear tones.
Harmony in the ears, that's another symptom.
All of this is kind of related, this area of your brain.
Right.
And so that's a fourth symptom that can happen, is this harmonic toning shifting.
Which can also be accompanied with a pressure in the head. So you might find the harmony. I even have discovered that my ears almost feel watery. It's kind of a fascinating feeling. Like I'll have this harmonic feeling, but then it's like, is there water? Like I went swimming, is there water in my ears? And then there'll be a light pressure, and then you'll notice a lift, especially if you ignite these golden fingers. Do this practice and bring it up. You'll notice it'll keep unifying, and the symptoms will really diminish.
Now, one of the teachings that they are giving us through this is that what we're doing is a unification process.
Yes.
Now, consider that for a moment. Here we are on Earth. We've separated from Source, in a sense, having our individual experiences, and now in the ascension process, we're reuniting. Mm-hmm. So the two eyes are becoming one eye, which is aligning with the eye of the soul.
And if you get the PDF, and we encourage you to do it, we won't take your time now, they have another practice that begins by holding your hands as the eye. And this is a very powerful second attunement. So again, get the PDF of everything that we're sharing with you. We have it all spelled out for you. And if you're not on our newsletter list and you didn't already get the link, send an email to support@shriandkira.com. Or support@selfascension.com, and we'll get it to you. Go to the home page at shriandkira.com, and if you scroll down the side, you'll see newsletter. Click on it. Send us an email. Get the PDF, because 2015 is going to heat up. And one of the things that's predicted in here is they talk a lot about that. By the time we hit the summer of 2015, there's going to be a lot of rallying around the world around a single principle that's really politically motivated. And it's going to be a false manipulation, but many, many people are going to rally around it. It's going to turn out to be false, and that on the other side of it, it will have had the benefit of awakening a lot of people. This is a gift, and there's a lot of this coming. The March full moon comes right after the February retrograde. January fire, February retrograde, March full moon, escalator.
Yep.
Big times. Look at where you're going to be in March. Look at where you're going to be in March. Pay attention to where you're going to be in March, especially around the time of the full moon.
It's a very pivotal point. Just as there is an equinox in March, this is also a pivotal point energetically for all of us. And I just want to underscore what Kira was sharing about the summer of 2015. You know, the number one pitfall that keeps us from moving into greater joy and greater harmony is egoic actions based on fear.
Yeah.
And when the world offers you an opportunity to ignite fear, it's your opportunity to breathe through it and come back to your peaceful center. There's nothing wrong with getting triggered for a moment. The question is, what do you do next?
Yeah,
that's always the question. And so many people, there's so much unhealed fragments and imprints in their ego that when there's a little outer world fear, they get into a loop and start looking for comfort. And the comfort comes from groupthink, from group thought, from fundamentalist answers to the anxiety, and all kinds of solutions that are limited.
Yeah.
And so we're giving you a little nudge while you're clear-headed right now. Be aware. This is coming, and we invite you to allow yourselves to let it be easy. Now, one of the ways you can let it be easy is to stay tuned in to this teaching and this expansion, especially in March.
You know, in March we're going to be doing 2 amazing events, and you can come to one or both, and it's really nice to do them both together, and they're both very affordable. We're going to be literally living as the cosmic Essene. For the first time, Shri and I are going to be sharing all of that ancient mysticism in very beautiful ways, and we're doing a crystalline cosmic Avesa quantum immersion. These two together overlay, of course, during the full moon of March. There's going to be a lot of beautiful experiences. You can check that out at our website as well, shriandkira.com.
And I invite you to take a look. The Cosmic Essene journey is a very individual, deep, meditative experience where you're going to fly in ways that you may not have ever experienced before.
Don't give them all the spoilers.
And then there's a little day off in between the 2 events, and then we move into the Avesa immersion experience, which is a deepening of your healership. Yeah. And whether you're using that energy to finally, once and for all, put to rest the things that disturb your peace inside, or to assist others in family or community, the Avesa immersion is taking responsibility to be an active member in our co-creative community.
And so, beloved ones, as we talk about being a co-creative community, January is the energy of fire. It's the energy of the 3rd chakra. Pay attention to the ascension symptoms. Pay attention to the fiery energy of the east, the rising sun. Bear in mind, this energy also is very resonant with the energy shape of the triangle or the pyramids. So there's a lot of movement that you're going to see geographically, politically, and emotionally over this month, leading to the next month, which is a very, very powerful month because fire releases us into the air. And so give yourself the gift of knowing that you are on the ride. You are here.
You're on the ride.
It has begun.
For sure.
Indeed. And empower thyself, clear your vision, and attune to the frequency.
It's a beautiful time to be awake, and we invite you to live with joy and trust and expand your own inner revelatory experience. Please know that all is truly well. We love you. Namaste.